Good morning, everybody. How are you doing? Well, welcome to this first ever episode of the Procrastinator's Guide to Life. This is my new daily show. So this has grown out of a desire to be up early and getting on with life. This is something I do anyway. So I thought, why not, as my previous regular live show, Content of Cocktails, has kind of come to its natural end, I thought I'd do something a little bit different. So there may well be people who are up with me. If there's not, that's fine. I'm here for this. Who am I? So my name's Tom Stanhope. If we've not met before, I'm a video making and marketing producer. I've been doing this for over 20 years, and my goal for this live series is morning, Mike Boss. My goal for this live series is to attempt to start my day well. This is something I've been doing for ages, and I enjoy being up at this time of day. It's house is quiet, nobody else is around. I've been able to get on with stuff, and this has been just something I thought I would step into a little bit more, and I'm going to be doing this every weekday, which is quite a big commitment, but it's partly about me wanting to start the day well. So I've always, the word procrastination for a lot of entrepreneurs and people and business owners, particularly sort of if you're working on your own, is a hard one, because if you are accountable just to yourself, it can be quite difficult. And I'm sure we've all had those days where you want to be getting on with stuff, but find that the sort of procrastination gremlins are getting in the way. And that's something which I have over the years found ways to combat, sometimes not as successfully as I'd like, but I think we have to be honest about all this. So this show is an attempt to bring my understanding of and tips and techniques to bear on this issue, but also every day we'll be bringing in guests to give their tips. So every day we'll be getting me sharing a tip with you, and then the second tip will be coming from my audience. Hello, Karen. Yes, thank you very much. It's lovely to see you. I've wanted to do this for quite a long time, but I don't know. Never quite got my act together on it, but now I am. So we're starting off quite simple, but at the moment, so there is a brand being developed with this, and so this will have an identity all of its own. Listen, look, I for me, this does a couple of things. One, I'm up anyway, so I thought I'd spend half an hour of my morning going live, sharing some kind of tips and techniques on how to, I don't know, get more done in the day. And it doesn't necessarily have to be from a video making perspective. This is just about setting the foundations for the day, setting the groundwork up in a way that means I'm more likely to get more done in the day, to feel like I've won at the end of the day. Morning, Ruth. How you doing? I'm faintly surprised there's people up. This is one of these times that, you know, this time of the day I'm always astonished when other people are up, but I think there's quite a lot of us out there who are early birds and do like this time of day. So like I say, there's going to be a very sort of deliberate structure to this, because this is partly what I teach myself. I teach people to make this kind of live video broadcast work for themselves. So it's a deliberate structure. There's a deliberate purpose to this. And if you are the sort of person who fancies coming on and sharing a tip, then let me know, because we're having a sort of a gentle ramp in. I didn't want this to just be sort of to sort of appear fully formed. I thought it might be interesting to share the process of how one sort of develops this. So at the moment we're at the stage of kind of and I suppose this probably counts as my first ever tip. Whilst I have got a tip written down here, I thought I'm shifting on the fly. So my first tip officially is about just getting started with this kind of thing. So I am taking a just get it done approach to this. Part of me thought, well, I should get all the pieces in place. I should be perfect. And, we know the phrase that sort of perfect is the enemy of done. I thought that, that would be so true for this. I thought, I know the structure. I did my own challenge. I ran my Go Live to Thrive challenge a couple of weeks ago, and I did all the tasks during that challenge week myself, and I came out of it with this structure and thought, okay, I could do it. Then part of my brain said, hang on, why don't you get it all ready, and it'll all be perfect. I thought, well, actually that sounds great, but the reality is that if I start putting those things in the way of getting it done, I'll have this put off doing. I'll put off doing this for another month. So for me, this is about minimum viable dose. So I've got my structure. I've got the ability to go live. I'm up at this time, so I'm here to do it. So that is partly my first tip for the day. So this is really all about just getting stuff done, taking action on an idea, because it's a good idea. If this wasn't a bright idea, I think in the planning stage I would have found out. So there is a stage that came before this, and that's the sort of sitting down and mapping it all out. The hardest part's been coming up with the name. We've been through about a million different names, but then we alighted on this idea of, actually, for a lot of us in business, being procrastination is a real bugbear. And so as a perpetually recovering procrastinator, I thought it might be fun to call it that. So that's a bonus tip for today. So there is an official tip for today, and what I'm going to be doing today, and what I think might be interesting to join me in, is to go out and start the process of getting some testimonials. So testimonials, video testimonials particularly, are fantastic ways to build trust. And this is if you've been following me at all for any length of time, you will know that I'm a big fan of video testimonials. And the biggest bar that gets in the way of people getting this done is the simple act of asking people. So my tip to you today is to send an email to a client, and I'm going to put a little template that I've got. In fact, I will do that now. So this is the email that I send out to people. Obviously, I will kind of tweak it accordingly. Mike says, if you say it, you're selling. If your client says it, you're telling the truth. Exactly. Here is a little email template that I use. So obviously I sort of adjust that accordingly. But I popped it in the comments. This is the thing that I send out. Obviously I will tweak it, but do it today. If you've got a client that's really happy with what you do, ask them if they'd give you a video testimonial. And it doesn't have to be complicated. You can just get on Zoom and you can do it that way. I do have a video testimonial package that basically sort of does all this for you. But that's, if you want to have a chat about that, let me know. This is an example of the kind of actionable thing I want to do. I want this to be this kind of live to be highly tactical, because I think with sort of the whole world of procrastination, we can be very good at sort of looking at the sort of strategic stuff and going, oh, I've got a strategy in place and I'm working my way through it. But sometimes actually what's nice, if you are the sort of person perhaps who struggles to get going or kind of wants to be taking action, this is the kind of thing which is just good to do. You can do it, you can get a result, you can get the ball moving on something quite big. Okay, so what would normally happen now is that I deliver this quick tip, and then we will then have a guest tip. So a guest would come on and we'd have a little chat, and we'd then get their tip. They would deliver their tip for the day. So the idea is that every day we have a sort of a tip or technique or sort of trick. I never like using the word trick. It always sounds a bit sort of scammy. But you know what I mean. We'd have that, and then a guest comes on and shares their bit of know-how to help you. And then that's it. That's all there is to it. These are probably going to be about 20 to 30 minutes long each day. But the idea is that it is not complicated, that it is not difficult, that it is something you can do and get done. I just want to check. Has that gone through all right? Oh yeah, there's a little bit missing. A little bit missing from the end of that. I'll put that through again. So yeah. So are there any what I'd love to know is, are there any areas that you think would be useful for me to concentrate on, guests you'd like me to get, to see if we can get people talking about things that are really immediately important to you. But thank you so much for being here this morning. It's been lovely to see you guys. And again, we've got somebody watching on Twitch, which is bizarre. Welcome, Twitch viewers. So what you're going to see in sort of real time over the coming days is yeah, that's not, again, I like the I've just popped the email draft in the comments of the videos. Now they should appear in the comments section of what you're watching, but if not, I will put a link to a little download in a bit. Yes, I think I prefer hack rather than trick. Yeah, I like that, Ruth. So what you're going to see in the coming days and weeks is the sort of structure and identity of this building, and you'll see it sort of happening in real time as I develop new pieces of the puzzle, as I bring new kind of looks and sort of an identity to this. This is what you're going to see, and sharing this journey with you is kind of important to me. So that's really it for today. What I'm now going to go and do is I'm going to take this video and I'm going to quickly repurpose it and turn it into a piece of content to go onto my YouTube channel. I'm going to turn it into a piece of content to go onto all of my other social platforms, because this is part of the purpose of this as well. It's not just about going live and sort of communicating with people and sharing a bit of knowledge and expertise at a time of the day when not everybody is up and going for it. It's about taking this content and turning it and repurposing it into something else. So that's it. Yes, I'm also so Karen, I'm streaming. I'm multi-streaming. So at currently I'm going live to about 4 locations on Facebook. I'm going live on LinkedIn. I'm going live on YouTube and Twitter, and I'm also live on Twitch. Now, Twitch is an interesting platform because it's mostly around sort of gaming and that kind of stuff. But there's actually quite a large business community on there. So I figure that given it doesn't cost me anything to do it, I might as well go live there as well. So I am on Twitch too. Right. So for those of you who are familiar with what I've been up to over the last couple of weeks, and indeed many of the people here on this list are already in Video Academy. Video Academy is still open. It will be open for enrollment until the end of this week. So this is the last week you can join, certainly for the rest of this year. If you are serious about making video work for you, Video Academy is a fantastic community to join. It is it's a course, but it's more than a course. It's designed to get you working with video and working hard, and get video working hard for you. So you can join Video Academy from as little as £49 a month, and that gives you a year's worth of kind of support. And if you are hearing this and thinking, yes, Tom, that sounds amazing, send me a message if you want to have a little more of a chat about it. I'm quite happy to sort of hop on a call and talk through it. It's £499 to join as one, or you, like I say, you can split it up into monthly payments over 3 months or a year. But it's open until the end of the week, at which point it's gone until next year. So I will see you tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock for the next daily live in my Procrastinator's Guide to Life. And hopefully we can take another few steps together towards getting stuff done and making the most of every day.